What's up, gamers? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to play Maestro in Rainbow Six Siege. Before we go any further, the links to my Twitch and Twitter in the description below, so make sure you go check those out. So this video recommendation is coming in from Philippe, who basically just asked me to make a Maestro guide, so here this is. If anybody watching this has any other video ideas or operators or anything they'd like to see on this channel in general, make sure you leave it in the comments below, and I'll make sure to either one, make it, or talk to you, or whatever it may be, and we'll get it done, alright? But basically, we're going to be looking at Maestro today, like I said, so let's hop right into it. First off, with his loadout. The Alda is arguably one of the best guns in the game, just in general, but especially on defense. It has little recoil, kind of a slow ADS speed, slow reload time, pretty solid damage, but what makes it super strong, it has a really good fire rate, and 81 bullets. Now, using Maestro, his whole loadout is built around anchoring and basically setting up at a spot and just locking it down, right? You look at the Alda, 81 bullets can stop a whole push from a whole team. He has like 4 mags of it, so he has like over 200 bullets. He has the Bailiff or the Karados. I recommend the Bailiff because you can make rotates with it, open the patches, create some lines of sight, whatever it may be. He has barbed wire to watch his flank or just to set up to slow people down, or impacts, but since you use the Bailiff, or you should, I recommend the barbed wire. And then his abilities in Evil Eye, which is basically a turnable bulletproof camera that can open up and zap gadgets like drones, thermite charges, Habana pellets, and basically just can't be meleeed, can't be shot unless you're tasing somebody. It's only counterable by Ash, Zofia, Twitch, Sledge, Maverick, and any other grenades or like explosives. So for this example, we're going to be on Cafe, we're going to be defending, reading, and dining, and I really like Maestro for this side just because his Bailiff is really strong. Make rotates, open up hatches, and also because this site does require some footholes or head holes, you can also make those with Maestro. And what's really strong with this cam, you can maybe put one, I don't know, just as an example, put one 90. With Maestro's cams though, you do want to put them near an ADS or have it be protected by an ADS. But with this cam, you can watch into fireplace, watch 90, watch into mining, watch through this drone hole. That's just a kind of an example. I don't know if I would necessarily put one there, but he's really strong, like I said, for anchoring, so you can play him on the site, mainly playing your cams, giving calls to your team, shooting drones. Mainly with Maestro, you do want to be using your cams, not necessarily to tase people. Each tase does 5 damage, but that makes the cams very vulnerable. So you want to definitely be saving your tasing for shooting drones, shooting thermite charges, things like that. But like I said, he is a 3 armor, 1 speed. And with this new pool reinforcement of 10 reinforcements per person, you could get some walls either on site or off site. It depends. He does have a decent amount of utility with his cams and his barbed wire. But one thing with Maestro, before you die, you want to set your cams, because only Maestro can move his cams, even if they're hacked by Dokkaebi. So the most annoying thing when I'm on my team or playing a ranked or whatever, and we have a Maestro, is when they die and you go on their cams and they're staring at nothing, right? They're just staring at the ceiling. This cam's completely useless. So I always like to angle it to give it the most visibility I can. So for example, I set it so I can see just when they walk through Ninja, which is this spot over here, cigar, freezer, whatever it may be. You can angle it however you want, maybe something like this. You want to put them in spaces that make you be able to see as many areas as possible, so I can see them push bar, push freezer, push cigar, push closer into freezer, closer down bar. And with this cam, I can see them push pillars, mining, train, dining, pretty much everything. But you do want to stay alive as Maestro, because with your cams, like I said, you can get intel, you can tase things, but also you can deny plant. Each turret has 20 shots before it like overheats and it has to cool down. And if each shot does 5 damage, you can do 100 damage exactly and down somebody either planting or just standing or a Monty or whatever it may be. So you do want to stay alive as best as you can for your post plant. But with his 81 bullets, if you're using your cam like this for intel, you don't really want to swing with Maestro because, like I just said, you want to stay alive. But if you have an opportunity to maybe get a free kill, or if they're getting aggressive on the bar and you see it on your cam, you can spray them down with 81 bullets. There's very little recoil. You can shoot for a solid like 20 seconds almost, and you have 4 mags. So when in doubt, if you're playing Maestro and you think somebody's actually, no, you have 3 mags, right? If you're pushing and if somebody's pushing you, or if you need to get aggressive, pre-fire everything pretty much. He is just, like I said, really strong for locking down areas. A strat that I used to use on a team I was on was we would actually have a Maestro play up here, and it was for this side exactly, because what's really important about getting upstairs control, of course the bailiff isn't the most reliable thing for opening holes, but you get control pretty much of the whole library or reading room. So you do want to play bar really aggressively. So we would have a Maestro set up just like this and have somebody playing white stairs, but he would have his cam to be able to watch bar, and then if they pushed up, he had the 80 bullets to shred them, or if he needed to come over here to help, I believe we had a Wamai playing here, he can watch pretty much multiple sides at once, simply because of how many bullets he has. So it's almost like a mirror, I feel like, in the aspect you don't want to push them straight on, because like a mirror, you can't see them. Well, you can't see the mirror, but the mirror can see you, and they have like a one-way angle to lean out and shoot you. It's like that with the Maestro. If they hear you close, they'll just stand up and pre-fire you around the corner, and there's pretty much nothing you can do. But yeah, that's kind of it, to be honest. Maestro's a pretty straightforward operator. It really comes down to how you want to play him with your utility. You don't need to bring barbed wire, you don't need to bring the bailiff. I do not recommend the shotgun. They're like almost like a slow firing boss G that does less damage. I really recommend the bailiff, just simply because you can make some holes like this. So if they're pushing reading from the first floor or the second floor, you can shut down bar and shut down reading. Pretty much anything you can do. Maestro's a really flexible operator. He's obviously not the quickest, so you don't want to do some deep roam with him. But if you have a call, especially late round, his 81 bullets are really strong, because if you get a call like, hey, 3 of them are funneling in through reading door, you can just set up, and now there's no way they can really push you for a good few seconds. He's really strong also with a shield or with a smoke, because maybe what happens is, let's say they push into like the bookcase, like to go plant right here. If smoke throws a smoke over here, they can't leave, and then Maestro just swings the corner and just sprays them down. He's really good with pairing with operators that either slow people down, like maybe a Malusi. There's a Malusi around the corner. They go into the wub field. You can just swing around pre-fire. Pretty much, if you're getting the gist, you can either play him passively on your cams, or you can play him aggressively paired with other operators to go on the attack. But I would lean more towards playing passively for the first 2.5 minutes of the round, and then when it gets into the last minute, last 45-30 seconds, then you start getting a little bit more aggressive, especially if they need to funnel into an area. If this wall's open and they can push from here, and upstairs is like, if you give up upstairs, I wouldn't go swinging everything. I would play for your cams, try and deny the plant. But with your cams, you can either put them offside to gain intel, like this one. This one's not going to stop any plants, but you can get some intel. This one gets intel, but also can stop this fireplace plant. Also, if you open up the wall right here, you could probably somewhat see into reading. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to like and subscribe. I stream pretty much every day, link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and peace out, gamers.